Hi friends, I hope you're all having a lovely day. I know I am. So today I want to talk about toxic friendships, and I will give an example about a toxic friendship I was in that I recently ended because it was affecting my mental health deeply and not in a good way. And if you have to question if you're in a toxic friendship, chances are you are in one. And again, I took notes because I'm gonna forget everything. But signs that you could be in a toxic friendship. Your friend wants you all to themselves. Like, they do not want you to have other friends. They get jealous when you say, oh, sorry, I'm out with so-and-so right now. And they get angry, like, well, why aren't you with me right now? After you were done talking with them or texting them, you just feel drained. You feel like you have no life left inside of you. They ask you for your advice and they don't listen to it, and then they ask another person the advice and that person tells them the same thing you told them, so then they listen. They're like, girl, I just told you the same thing. You no longer trust them. They did something to lose your trust, and there's no way that they're ever going to be able to gain it back. And finally, you're not even sure why you're friends with them. So I have a story about this. I was friends with a girl for about almost 4 years, and her and I were kind of back and forth about friendships. And she was actually someone I met when I was in the psychiatric unit. We kept in touch when we got out. Bad idea. Things were good for a while, then things got bad. They got good, they got bad, they got good, they got bad. And for about a year before I ended this friendship a couple months ago, every time I would talk to her, the life would just drain from me. And she was jealous. She was jealous because I moved not too far from where I was living before, but I started making friends in like where I'm at now. She would get really upset that I was hanging out with them, or I would say, or even if I would talk about them, she would get really upset. And I stopped trusting her because she told someone another thing about me, and it ended up getting back to someone else, and it ended terribly. Sorry, give me just a second. And there were days that I would dread looking at my phone because I didn't know if she was going to be in a good mood or a bad mood, because she also had mental illness. And I'm not saying that's why I stopped being her friend, but there were days where she would be happy and we'd have great conversations. But then there were days where it would start off with her just telling me everything that's wrong about me, like just belittling me. And it got to the point where I would question, why am I still friends with her? And me, I have a hard time letting go of things. I have a hard time letting go of people. And it was so hard for me to cut ties with her. But in the end, I knew it was what was best for me. And honestly, it's been 2 months now. And I've honestly never been happier. I don't dread looking at my cell phone. And when I say I didn't trust her, she does not even have the address to my current house, because she is someone who would just show up randomly or tell other people where I live, like people that I do not associate with anymore. I don't want those people knowing where I live, so she doesn't even have my address. So you know it's a toxic friendship if that happens. I'm not trying to get off topic here, but if you're dealing with a friend and any of these things apply to you, it's time to cut ties, especially if they are not respecting your boundaries. I really hope this helps. I know I kind of rambled a bit, but I really hope this helped.